Yesterday.
Let's
Yesterday.
start with the morning. What did you do in the morning?
Well, I have a breakfast.
What
I
did you have for breakfast?
I think eggs with jam.
Eggs
Um,
with jam. That's very exotic. Was it a strawberry jam or peach jam?
no, sorry, ham.
Ah, okay. Don't worry. I was just joking. Yeah. Ham. Hmm.
Yeah. Then I took a shower and then I start working
Hmm.
on a website, and yeah, that was my whole morning working.
So what time did you wake up?
Um, at 8 o'clock.
Do you always wake up at that time?
Mm, I mean, not it's not exactly 8 o'clock, but sometimes 8:30, 8:20.
All right. So do you have an alarm clock, or you wake up all by yourself, like just when your body says it's time to wake up, you wake up, or you have an alarm that you set every day? How does it work?
Yeah, I have an alarm.
Do you have an
I
alarm?
probably would wake up by myself at 10 o'clock.
Okay, that's fine.
So
And
I,
what time did? Sorry, go ahead.
so I need that alarm.
That's cool. And what time do you usually go to bed every day?
Um, Normally, not later than 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, that's kind of late. What is the last thing you do before going to bed?
Uh, well, I usually watch TV shows at night, or or read a book.
Okay, what book are you currently reading?
It's called The Identity
Is it in English or in Spanish?
in Spanish, from a Russian writer
Mhm.
called Milan Kundera.
Milan Kundera. Sounds nice. What is it about?
It's about how people sometimes tend to lose their identities and their personalities when they are on a relationship, on a long time relationship.
In a long-term relationship?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you in such a thing?
No, no, not
So
that.
why is it interesting to you?
I don't know. I like read about stuff that people have on their minds, or how 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 things can affect their personalities and the way they see the world. It's kind of interesting.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And okay, have you ever been in a long-term relationship? Like ever?
Well, I guess that from the age I the age I have, that relationship was kind of long. Um, it lasts 6 years.
Okay, 6 years. That's pretty long. That I would call, I mean, definitely out of the ordinary long.
Yeah.
And did you, I mean, now that you're reading the book, do you recognize some of the things you are reading in you during that relationship? Did your personality change?
Yeah, a lot of things. Like how people tend to come independent from each other.
Dependent or independent?
Dependent. Sorry.
Dependent. Oh, they get dependent.
Yeah.
Okay. Depending on each other.
Yeah, that happened.
And do you think that's a bad thing?
Yes, because even if you have a partner or someone who you like to spend a lot of time, you need your space and your own ideas, and like that relationship should not control the way you think.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting topic. And okay, and just I mean, I'm just maybe going too far here. I'm just maybe getting too personal, but just I mean, I just have to satisfy my curiosity here. Why did you guys broke up? I mean, it's a 6 year relationship. I guess there were very strong, bonds between you two, and I'm just being curious. What happened?
Well, since we started dating when we were on high school,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
when we get to the university and we kind of took separate ways. So I guess that it was that just like uh, distance uh, between what we expect from our futures, I guess.
Oh, that's too bad. So it was like a gradual process. I mean, there was not a situation that made you guys break up. It was something that happened gradually.
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah, it was.
Well, okay, very interesting reading, and definitely gonna look it up online. Maybe I'll find a book because it's. Yeah, I've been married for 13 years, and obviously, pues, I've been in a very very long term relationship with my wife,
Yeah.
and I don't know how dependent I am. I would like to know if I am like super like a drug addict dependent. So I'm definitely super dependent on my wife. That's for sure. I mean, she cooks for me. She pretty much handles all my paperwork. She is always taking care of me. So I am like her son. I feel like her son. Yeah, I don't feel like her husband, but I feel like she has to do everything for me. I am totally useless without her. So interesting. I'm definitely gonna read that. Alrighty. So very interesting. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Let's go ahead and start with today's class. So now I'm gonna ask you to look again for the YouTube icon, and you can click the three dots, and then you will see the YouTube icon.
Yeah.
And I want you to go there. And it's gonna say te damos la bienvenida. You close that, and then you'll see the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, very important in IELTS. It's the listening section. It's very practical. So you're gonna have to listen for mostly for factual things. Factual things means names, phone numbers, addresses, emails, ages, things like that. Very practical things.
Yeah.
And they are definitely gonna have you um, check on the spelling of the names. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna practice. We're gonna check how good we are listening for names being spelled. So in this exercise, there are 30 something names that are going to be spelled. And I want to see how many of them can you actually get right.
Okay.
Okay. So for this exercise, we're going to need a piece of paper and a pen or pencil.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start playing the video. And in that video, we are going to we're going to see somebody, a journalist or somebody in the street asking people, hey, what's your name? And how do you spell that? And where are you from? Okay, we're gonna be listening to those three questions over and over again. So what we want to write down is the name properly spelled. That's why we have to wait for the spelling. And when they mention the nationality, I want you to write it down. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
At any moment while the video is playing, you can play stop if you want to say something or you want to stop, want me to rewind it all over again or something happens or the quality is not good, you can just click here on. Right now you have the triangle that says play, but once it's playing, you can click it and stop the video.
Okay.
Right? So, all right, so let's do it. I'm going to mute myself so the background noise that I have here won't bother you. And let's get the video rolling. 6 minutes and 15 seconds, and you're gonna be practicing writing down the names and nationalities. Okay,
Okay.
so without further ado, let's do this.
Bueno, sí. Ajá. Mañana, por favor. ¿De dónde me está hablando? Sí, perdón, la empresa. Es que... ok. Sí, por favor. Ajá. Sí. Ah, ok, sí. Sí, sí, ubico, ya sé dónde es. A las 6 de la tarde, ¿verdad? Ok, muy bien. Gracias, hasta luego.
All right, you can just go back by clicking on my face here, and we're back. And you're muted, so if you want to unmute yourself.
What for?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Am I hearable? All right. So how did you feel it?
it was a little fast.
It is fast. It is natural speed. That's how people really speak. I mean, naturally.
No,
So that's the
know how they speak, but I mean, they end an interview and immediately they were on the other.
Oh yes, yes, yes. It was very challenging because yeah, it was kind of one after the other, one after the other. Okay, and that is challenging. So maybe you're not gonna be listening to that particular kind of style during the IELTS, but it's better to be prepared because you have to get it the first time. There is no second chances. There is no listen it again. Just once, and you gotta get it right. All right. So I actually did it with you. I was doing it myself. Took the notes here. It was challenging, I must say. But now just we gotta be very honest with each other, and you gotta be very honest with yourself. Now we're gonna watch the video game, but with subtitles. So I just want you to put a check mark in the ones that are correct, and put a circle in the ones that were wrong,
Okay.
and write down the ones that you missed,
Yeah.
and then we talk about it in the next couple of minutes. So let's go back to the YouTube app, click on it, and let's go to the next video. Which one is it?
Are you there?
Yeah, I think we skipped a section, right?
Yeah.
So let me go back. It's just before Henny. Okay. Before Will Maris over here. Okay, I think we're good.
It happened again.
Oh yeah, you know what? You know what? I just noticed it's not they're not in this video. But don't worry, I have them right here. So I'll tell you at the end. Oh, by the way, I thought those two were not in the first video, right?
No, they weren't.
Okay, and Tim and Mikey, they were but later in the next section.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's carry on. Alrighty, let's go back and woof, what can I say? I had a couple of mistakes. Yeah, used a couple of them. I got a couple of names wrong. What about you? How did you do it?
More or less.
Okay. So, okay, the number of mistakes is not that important, but it's important to recognize which were the letters that were difficult to understand when they were spelled really fast.
Yeah.
Did you have any particular problem with any specific letter?
Vocals like A, E, I.
Okay, those ones in English we call them vowels.
Vowels. Sorry.
Yeah, and don't worry. And definitely vowels. I mean I, E, O, and U, no problem, right?
No.
O and U easy, but A, E, and I usually are difficult because they immediately contradict what we have already storage in our brain, that is our Latin, our Hispanic vowels.
Yeah.
So that's something that we have to work on very, very hard. And there is no silver bullet. I mean, there is no easy solution for this, but practicing, listening, spelling, and write it down. Um, there are thousands, well, not thousands, but at least a dozen of good listening spelling exercise on YouTube that I recommend you to go ahead and go and practice on your free time, because it's definitely going to pay off in the exam. Okay, so this was more or less to realize how well our spelling is going. Um, Now there is another problem in the IELTS, and the problem is that we're gonna get. Right now, we just heard speakers from United States mostly, But in the IELTS, you're gonna be listening to speakers from England, Australia, Ireland, um, places like those. Canada. Well, Canada, no big deal, but at least British English, the spelling of some letters is different than in American English.
Yeah.
Let, let me show my screen. So let's take a look at this alphabet here. Okay. All right. Let me share it right now. Sharing. Where are you, Alphabet? Where did you go? Google. Oh no. Okay. Can you see an alphabet on the screen?
Yeah.
All right. So okay, help me out with the reading. Can you read the alphabet for me?
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. I forget that. See?
Okay. This will be Z. So this has vibration, like electricity. Z, Z, and this one has no vibration. This is like like a snake. C, C, Z. Okay, in the British alphabet, there are a couple of letters that sound different. For example, if I tell you this letter, A, what letter am I saying? A. A.
Oh.
Which, yeah,
Oh.
okay. Actually, I am saying R. But the problem with the British English is that sometimes the R, the R does not sound. So you will hear British, for example, if somebody is named Roger, you will hear, can you spell your name? A, O, G, E, R. That's how they spell Roger. R, R. So it does not have the R sound.
Okay.
So you have to be careful with that one. And there is another one that is this one in British English. It's spelled Z, 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 with a E, Z.
Okay.
So those are the main differences, and we have to be super careful with those. All right. Let me go back. Where am I? All right, we're gonna have more listening practice, but first, let's take a look to our reference material. So I am gonna share my screen so we can take a look at it. And let's go to the listening section of our reference material. And let's see what tips can it give us. Okay. Can you read unit 1.4, exercise 1, please?
When is personal what is personal information? In what situations do you think you will need to listen for personal information in the IELTS tests?
Okay, so imagine that tomorrow you're going to take the IELTS. So what kind of, definitely you're going to have to listen for personal info. The question is, in which kind of situations you think you will hear people asking for personal information? Can you name a few?
When you are asking for a credit, maybe, in on in a bank. When you
Great.
are in a job interview,
Hmm. Great.
um, when you are subscribing onto something.
Yep. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Those are the cases where we ask for personal info. When we are applying for a credit card, maybe when we are enrolling at school, uh, et cetera, right? So
Right.
we have to be prepared because we're definitely gonna be answering a listening exercise with a situation like that. Can you read the exercise too?
In the listening test, you might find that you need to complete a table with personal information. Copy and complete this form with your personal information.
Okay, so let's complete this form with your personal info. And I just want you to just tell me that read them, the kind of information they're looking for, surname, and tell me what is your surname, and go ahead with the rest of the table.
Surname Grecia.
Can you repeat that? Sorry,
Grecia.
Grecia. Okay, is that your? I mean, okay, surname. It's another way to say last name.
Oh, so
Yeah, so you gotta be careful with that. Surname, last name, it's exactly the same.
okay. Surname Alvarez Bravo. Other names Grecia Fabiola.
All
Telephone
right. Mhm.
telephone number uh, 2291132777.
Awesome.
Sex female. Current occupation freelance.
Mhm.
Marital status single. Educational qualifications. Um, Graphic design degree. I'm not sure about that.
Yep, you can tell you have a bachelor's degree because you don't have a master's or a PhD, so you can just say bachelor's degree in graphic designing or a graphic designing bachelor's degree.
Okay. I don't know what DOB is.
All right, no problem. This is the time to ask. DOB, it's date of birth. It's talking about the day, month, and year that you were born.
Okay. Um, July 3rd, July 3, 1992.
Alrighty.
Nationality Mexican and current address um, Arista 2340 um, downtown. Okay.
Alrighty. That was pretty good. Good job with the personal information. Let's check on some. All right, I forgot about this. Okay, let's check. Let me give you some tips with the how we usually say the date of birth and how we usually say the addresses, so you can be prepared for the listening section. So let me share my Word document that I have somewhere. Okay, can you see our document?
Yeah.
All right. So let's write type down an address. Date of birth. My date of birth. So how would you say this?
um, October 10, 1983.
Right, good job. Just be careful because most of the time you're gonna have to write October. This number, most of the time it's an ordinal number. October 10th, 1983. There is another way to say this. Do you know it?
No.
Okay, be careful because this is very common. The first one is very common in the United States, but the other one is very common in British English. So probably you will hear the 10th, the 10th of October. What the hell? October 1983. Okay, so during the listening section, you have to be prepared for both. You might hear first the month, October 10th, and then the year, or first the number, the 10th of October 1983. And let's check addresses.
But
So the addresses, yeah,
so in the USA, I should write the th, but it has not sound.
it does have a sound. For example, without the th sounds October 10. With the th, it sounds October 10th. 10th. Do you hear the at the end?
Yeah,
It does have a sound.
and
It's very I mean it's sometimes difficult to hear, but it does have a sound. Mhm.
and on the UK,
In
it,
the UK, it's the same, but it's very common to hear the 10th of October, 1983.
okay, and in the cases where the date is right just with the numbers, in the UK, the month and the day, it's um, in, invertido.
Inverted?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Not necessarily. I mean, it depends on the form on the application. Okay, some applications have like this: DD, and year, right? Or YYY. In that case, that's the way it is. You can even read it like this, or you can read it like this. The way you read it is not important. Okay, you can, if you are in the UK and you read it like this, it's fine. If you are in the States and you read it like this, it's fine. No problem.
Yeah, but why? What if I get confused by the order? I mean that it says
for example, this like this.
no. Yeah, like that. Is it December 11 or no or November 12?
Hey, to be honest, we don't know. There is absolutely no way we can know this because we don't know if the person, I mean, right, the person coming up with the application was thinking like this or was thinking like this. So in that case, in a real situation, you have to ask. Okay, it's more common to start with month, day, and year. It's more common, but it's not a rule. But don't worry, in the exam, you will know exactly which is the month, the day, and the year.
Okay.
Because the important thing is that you be prepared. in the listening section, when you are gonna listen to a date, remember it can start with the month or it can start with the number. The way you hear it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, an address always starts with the number. Always. It's not like in Mexico. In Mexico, we start with the street. In the United States and in the UK, they always start with the number. 123 Main Street, Los Angeles, California, 54632. Zip code. That is the way you're gonna hear addresses. 123, the number, the street, city and state, and finally the zip code. So be prepared when you're gonna listen to an address. Be prepared because the first thing you're gonna hear is the number. Sometimes they say 123 Main Street, Los Angeles, California, zip code 45632, or sometimes they say number 123 Main Street, Los Angeles, California, 45632 is the zip code. Okay, so but this is the order. Now, can you tell me your date of birth in the two forms?
Okay. October 3rd, 1992.
Okay.
And the 3rd of July, 1992.
Good. Can you tell me your address in the American format?
Okay. 2340 Arista, Veracruz, Veracruz. 91,700.
Awesome. Good job. So now we're prepared for the next section, which is an actually listening exercise. So let me show my screen again. Here you are. Okay, so now we're gonna test our listening for personal info with this exercise right here. So we have a quick start tech course application form. Okay, they are gonna be asking for some information. So I'm gonna ask you to write down in a piece of paper from 1 to 10 so we can listen for the current information.
Yeah.
Okay, before we start, let's complete. Imagine that this is your form. Okay. Let's go filling out this form with your current information. Okay. So can you start with the name?
Name, Grecia Alvarez.
Great.
Date of birth. Should I say it with numbers or?
No, you have to say it the complete way.
Okay.
Can you say this date of birth right here, please?
April 8th, 82.
Okay, and what will be the other form?
The 8th of April 9, I don't know, 19, is it 19?
Yeah, it has to be 19.
1982?
Yeah, imagine if it were 1882, that will be more than 100 years ago. Impossible. Okay, go ahead.
Nationality Mexican.
All right.
Current address 2340 Arista, Veracruz.
Okay.
Um, home telephone 9387877. Mobile 22 91 13 97 80.
Awesome.
Current occupation graphic designer. Educational qualifications, Bachelor of Graphic Design.
Okay. In the next question, good job with the information. In the next question, you have first choice of study. Okay. In this case, because they are talking about it's an application form for a course.
Uh-huh.
They have this course in two levels. They have the bachelor's course and they have the master's course. One is if you already have a bachelor's degree, and you can study a master's degree.
Yeah.
If you don't have a bachelor's degree, you can study the bachelor's first.
Yes.
So in this listening, she's going to say if she's going to study the bachelor's or the master's. Question 8, can you read it?
How will tuition be funded?
Okay. Do you understand the question?
Yeah. Uh, it's how she or he will pay for the education.
That is correct. So just guessing, how do you think he or she is going to pay for the education? Just a guess.
Uh, Maybe in parts, monthly or by semester.
Okay. That definitely could be an approach. I think in this case, the person is asking from where she's going to get the money to pay the course. It could be she's going to ask for a loan. She's going to pay with her savings. He or she is going to get a job and pay with the salary. It's more or less it's the idea is how is this person gonna get the money to pay, right?
Okay.
Because actually it does not say how will tuition be paid, but it says how will tuition be funded. Where is the money coming from? Can you read the number 9?
How did students heard of us?
Okay, so what kind of responses do you think people usually answer in this section?
Um, I don't know, online, on newspaper, by recommendation.
Great, awesome. And finally, can you read the last one?
A student to be contacted by. I don't understand that one.
Yeah, don't worry. Usually, when the student in these kind of applications, once the student has filled out the application, this person tells him, okay, the sales department is going to contact you in a couple of days, or the academic department is going to talk to you, or this department in particular is going to talk to you. Okay, so in this case, this is the kind of answer we are looking for. Which department, which person is going to be contacting her or him? Okay, this exercise that we just did, going over the questions and looking for possible solutions, is the first thing you have to do in the listening section. Before the listening starts, they are going to give you a few minutes to go over the questions. And that's something you must do. You have to go over the questions and you have to try to guess what the answer will be. Even if you have no idea, just try to guess as much as possible. If you say you hear name, try to guess a name. John. You can even write it next to the answer, John. If you see DOB, try to guess a DOB. Whatever DOB is fine. A nationality, try to guess a nationality. Why? Because we are preparing our brain for what's coming. Okay, my brain is going to be already in line for the information that is going to get, and that it's going to help you improve your listening.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a strategy. Try to guess as much as possible. All right, so it's time to do it. So I'm gonna send you the file, and this file that I'll be sending you, it's I want you to just click play, listen to it, take your time to write down the answers, listen to it once, and once you finish listening to it, you tell me which answers you got, and we check them.
Okay.
If there are some mistakes, I'm gonna tell you, okay, check this again, and you listen it one more time.
Yeah.
All right, so let me go ahead and share it with you. By the way, this is something that I haven't asked you yet. Have you taken any exam, like English exam, before?
To measure my level of English?
Mm-hmm.
No, never.
Never.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, sorry. This past month, the college where I'm going to apply for the diploma in Canada
Mm-hmm.
sent me a link with an online exam, and then they call me for an interview, and they told me that I get um, um, un nivel intermedio 2.
You will get intermediate level number 2.
Yeah, and they were asking for a 3, so
Okay, so that was and what happened? What's gonna happen now?
well, if I need to get 6.5 on the IELTS exam, it's
Mhm.
the minimum they request for entering the diploma.
Okay. Well, let's try to get that score, and but hopefully we'll make it.
Yeah, I actually think it went bad because of the interview. I was really not prepared, not even mentally, because I was expecting the call at 3 3 in the afternoon, and they called
Mm-hmm.
me at 12, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
so okay. So it was over the phone, the interview.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what kind of questions did they asked?
They asked me uh, about well, personal information like the city where I live, the
Mm-hmm.
the city where I live. What do I do for the living? What did I study? That kind of things. And that if I have ever been to Canada, if I had family there, that kind of stuff. Are you there? Hi.
Sorry, something went terribly wrong. but, but now I'm back. You were telling me about the questions that if you have ever been in Canada.
Yeah. That if I had family there, and the, why I'm interested on study that specific diploma.
Okay. So basically, you think that if you had been prepared, I mean, if you were had been mentally prepared for the interview, you would have done better.
Maybe, or I don't know. It's just like I told you, my experience with English spoken one person to another was like zero. So that was like my one of my first times.
All right. Well, all that I can tell you is the more you do it, the better it gets. And there is no other way to improve, but keep doing it. Keep speaking. Keep practicing. Keep improving. And you will see that the results. I mean, if you do it like you're doing it right now, if you're doing it constantly, if you keep a good pace, the results show up in no time.
I hope so.
Right. So sorry, I was having trouble retrieving the link, but it's already in the chat box. So let's go ahead and click on that while I share my screen again and show you the document. Okay. Tell me, check the link. Tell me if you have problems downloading the audio, and tell me when you're ready to start.
Uh, I I couldn't open it.
Oh, really? What happened? What
I
does
don't
it
know.
say?
Says, whoops, there was a problem playing this audio file, and it gives me the option to download it, but I did that, and it didn't open.
Hmm, that sucks. Um, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. The audio is wrong. Okay, so let me see if I can send it to you via Facebook or WhatsApp, maybe.
Yeah,
No, let's do it. Let me do it via Facebook. Sorry, because I don't think WhatsApp is gonna let me do it. Okay, let me do this very quickly. Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Track 3. Okay. It's already in your Facebook recipient. It's loading, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. It's loading. Okay, it's there.
I think it's going to be the same.
No, I already checked it and you can download it.
Yeah, the problem is not the download. It's that when I open it, it says that there is a problem.
Really? Did it say that the same?
Yeah, it says QuickTime Player can open track 3.wma.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. All right. So then we're gonna do it this way. I'm going to play the audio from here. Okay.
Okay.
So let me get this ready. Okay. So let's try it first. Okay. Number one, I want you to mute your microphone.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Number two, I'm gonna play the audio from here, and I'm gonna play only 10 seconds. And once those 10 seconds are over, I'm gonna stop the audio, and then you're gonna turn on your microphone, and you're gonna tell me if the quality is good enough for you to complete the exercise. Okay, here I go.
Unit 1.4, exercise 6.
Hi.
Good morning, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to enroll in your business course.
Well, we run 2 business courses here, the BA and the MBA. Which course were you interested in?
I don't have a degree, so I won't be able to study the MBA.
That's right. Okay, if you'd like to give...
All right, so how was it?
It doesn't sound much clearly.
Okay. Did you understand something of what you heard?
Just bachelor.
Okay. What can I do? How can I send you this audio? Maybe let me see if I can send it through here.
Maybe if you record it like you did with the other one you sent me on WhatsApp. I mean, it sounds better there.
I think it's kind of weird. When you get it through Facebook, you can download it, right?
Yeah.
But you can't open it.
No, I can't.
Did you try to open it with another player, maybe a Windows Media Player?
I don't have Windows. I work on Mac.
You work on Mac. Because it is an MP3 file. No, it is a Windows Media audio file. Okay, let me convert it to MP3 very quickly. That's how we're gonna do it. Okay, it's gonna take me 2 minutes, so don't worry too much.
Yeah.
While we do that, can you did you take? Let's continue talking about this because it's very interesting to me. This exam that you just had, and did you have a written section of the exam?
Yeah. Well, it was an online test. It was different options, like questions with multiple answers, a little reading, and like this like this exercise we have been doing. And at the end it was and I have to write a little essay about what are the advantages of studying another language with people that speak your native language.
Okay. And how did you feel while you were writing?
Good. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't that hard. The topic was really easy, and they gave me like 20 minutes to do it.
Okay, so how many paragraphs did you actually wrote, sorry, in your exam?
4. They were long. I think the online test went really good. I think that the problem was the interview on the phone.
Yeah, and did you get an actual score once you finish the writing test?
No, it says that once I get the call for the interview, they're going to give me a final score.
Oh, I get it. And you got 2 intermediate 2 and they needed intermediate 3.
Yeah.
Well, I think that I think that if they had committed to actually call on time and you be ready for that, I think you would have done it. But anyway, I mean, there is no point in regretting. I think that you had the capability to do it. Just was, I guess, bad timing.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. I'm having, I don't know what's going on, but I'm having like a lot of trouble converting this to MP3. And I don't know, I don't understand why. Should be easy. Just drag and drop.
Oh, sorry, I need to ask you something. It's just that at 6 o'clock, I'm having an appointment with my doctor. I need to finish the class.
5:30, yeah, in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I apologize because next time I'm definitely going to convert them into MP3 because I did not know you were using a Mac, but I should have guessed because you are a designer and most designers use Macs.
It's alright.
So I had it on the window media audio. Okay, but let's do this. Let's do it this way. I will send it to you. I will convert it to MP3. I'm gonna take my time to convert it to MP3, and I'll be send it to you right away. And please, I'm gonna ask you to write down the answers. You write 1 to 10. Write down the answers, maybe on a Facebook message or WhatsApp message, and send it to me. And we'll check the answers next class. I'll send you the key, the right answers.
Okay.
And then we compare. Okay. I also checked your writing, and if you go and check the link,
Yeah,
you can watch.
Google Docs, right?
On Google Docs, you can see my document. Okay, the first page of the document, in red, I marked some mistakes that I want you to correct. I mean, I want you to think about the conjugation and the spelling and correct them. I know you can do it. And I also add some parentheses in red that says,
Where I should put linking word.
yeah, exactly, where to put the linking word. So I want you to think about it, look at the linking words, and try to see what linking word you can use there. I noticed that you repeat too much the word since,
Okay.
like, and I know I wrote down some synonyms for since that you can use, and I marked since with yellow. I mean, it's not that it's incorrect, it's just repeated too much. So you can go ahead and replace some of those since with the synonyms that I wrote there. And finally, finally in the last page, I made all the corrections according to what I think, what I would do, how I would do it. So as exercise, you can just try to correct yourself, add the linking words, change the scenes for other words that I already sent you. And once you finish, go ahead and compare it with the one I did, and you can see if if there's a match. All right.
Right.
So we have the writing exercise for homework. I'm gonna send you the audio, and I'm sorry we couldn't play it. Gonna fix that next class. I'll be sending you the audio right away, and that will be your homework too. To listen to it, write down the answers, and send it back to me ASAP, as soon as possible.
Okay.
All right. So, well, thank you very much for being here on time, Fabi. It's always a pleasure working with you. I know we're gonna get that band 6.5. You need 6 or 6.5?
6.5.
Okay, we're gonna aim for that. I think you can do it. I honestly, truly, I believe you can do it. I think we're on the right path. Listening is something that after finishing today with the listening, we're gonna move on and practice a lot of speaking. Okay, for the rest of the month until your exam, we're gonna be concentrating in speaking because, as you just mentioned it, that is, I think, you to feel more confident with, and we're gonna definitely
Yeah.
work on that confidence.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much, Fabi, for being here with me, for being patient, and see you on Friday.
Thank you. See ya. Good
See you.
day.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye bye.